about this bill and what are they saying about it?
Actually, I've not been able to be in touch with them about the bill particularly, but we have discussed on a number of issues in the country. But Ken, I must say that it must not be lost to the Gen Zs in the room tonight that some of these proposals that have been dropped in the finance bill, I mean, the government is keen on raising money, so there must be a catch-22 somewhere coming ahead. Like, for instance, Ken, the 39% increase in the road maintenance levy, I know you're privy to this information. There's a drop in the motor vehicle circulation tax that was proposed. A lot of Gen Zs don't own vehicles, but again, the kind of equipment and the kind of food we eat, the kind of products we use at home, they are all affected. They're in the chain of effects, in the line of petrol, and when you increase the price of petrol, that then causes a ripple effect. Okay. We actually have had the discussion about food prices having come down, but I don't know if the government is taking undue credit, but generally, Ken, I think the Gen Zs might want to look a little bit deeper into this bill, and perhaps it is time for those Gen Zs who are in the professions of law, economics, mathematics, science to come in and talk about these things more openly so that we can have and build a greater community of Gen Zs in terms of professionals and even those who are on the streets, because, I mean, not all can go on the streets, Ken.
For you, when was the realization that you need to grab your future right now? Because they say the youth are the future generation, but I think you are right now, you're the present. So at what point for you, Ray, did you have that realization?
I think it seems like we actually, something that Anne didn't say is that we actually share the segment What's Trending. And when we cover these things, every time there's a story trending, it either must be about the government, and it is an uprising we've seen for a very long time. We've been doing this show for what, around a year now, and we've seen the show coming into shape, and people actually talking about these things from the time Gen Zs started being active in terms of finance bill and matters budget and economy. So Ken, the realization really comes from interacting with this information online, as opposed to the usual conventional ways of interacting with experts. I think Gen Zs have been woke lately, and I'm part of that movement as well.
And finally, Ray, what is that one thing you're picking out of this bill that is of great concern to you, that must be, it's an imperative in your eyes?
I mean, Ken, most of those proposals that were worrying have been dropped. My concern is the proposals that are still remaining in that bill that are unclear. Like, a lot of them are very unclear, actually. There's not so much direction on some of the proposals. So as the bill is being tabled, my keen interest is on whether the lawmakers will be able to spot this and actually call them out, so that we don't have other things being sneaked into the bill. As you see, the attention a lot was on bread and the motor vehicle circulation tax, excise duty on mobile money services, alcohol. A lot of these things have been dropped now. But what is the devil in the detail that remains in this bill, Ken?
That's a concern.
Exactly, that is my concern.
Okay, let me bring back the discussion now here. And Natasha, I'd like you to put this in context.